Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Chit Chat Pod. It is so good to be back another week. You guys, I know y'all get me plain Jane today. I don't have no makeup on. Haven't worn makeup in like 3-4 days because my skin doing some kind of little something with this weather going on. So I got to give myself a break. So you get me plain Jane today. So no makeup or whatever. And they're probably gonna get me like this tomorrow at work as well. But just chapstick today. But welcome back to Chit Chat Pod, where we chat all things women. If you have joined us this whole month of April, we've been doing Observance Month of April. We started out with autism awareness for the month of April. Then we did the month of the military child. We had open chat last week. This week, we get to kick off before Wednesday comes, before the new month of May starts. We get to kick off talking about moms. So you get an opportunity. Chit Chat Pod is going to give you guys an opportunity to nominate a trophy mom who you feel like represents that mom, the best mom ever slogan. And so we're going to chat about that today, discussing like what it takes to be a mom, some of the experiences you guys have had being a mother, because it is one of the most celebrated holidays in America, and I'm pretty sure around the world as well. Because everybody likes to have the opportunity where they get to celebrate or show gratitude and appreciation to their mothers, especially if they still have their mother. And if you still have your mother alive and living, that's a double blessing, because don't nothing take the place of mom. And so once you lose that right of having the tangible access to your mother, it's different. It's very different. And if you talk to people who've lost their loved one, their mother or whatever, it's very different, especially around this time of the year when Mother's Day come up and is celebrated. It can be umpteenth years that they have departed and left us, but that time will always, put a frog in your throat. So, and speaking of that, because today is year 6 that my mother transitioned from labor to reward. So 6 years ago today, April 28, 2018, my mother made her transition to go be with the Lord. So this morning I kind of woke up in a little funk. Didn't want to go to church. Didn't want to go physically to church. I went to church online, but didn't feel like putting on no clothes. And you see, I ain't got no makeup on. So went and worked out, because I was like, I had a stressful week for work and got another stressful week coming up. So I just wanted to chill today and kind of do some reflection, missing mom a little bit. So, that was going on. So with Mother's Day coming up, some of you guys who are experiencing that same kind of grief that gives us that grief-stricken moment every year around this time. It happens. Some people say, well, it gets easier as the years go by. It doesn't. It doesn't, because you think of a memory or whatever, and then now with Facebook memory, it pops up pictures and things of your loved ones, and it makes you miss them more. You want to just hear them laugh one more time, or hear them say certain things that they've always said. So, and my mama, if you knew Mildred McClendon, she was funny. So, and she gonna say whatever out of her mouth. But yeah, so today we acknowledge the fact that, it makes 6 years that mom departed us, and, we're missing her dearly. But at the same time, we know that she's in a much better place than we are here on earth. But check in, guys. Let's check in. Let me know that you're here, that you're on the live. We're going to open our discussion about trophy moms. What made that mom that mom? It's already an honor to wear the title of mother or mom, whether it be biologically adoptive, or whatever the case may be. When you wear that badge of honor, I always say there's no hood like the motherhood. So, we just have some common grounds. No matter what background you come from as a mother, every mother, once they become a mother, that nurturing spirit kicks in like natural instincts. So, we're going to discuss some of that stuff today. And then I want to give you guys an opportunity to shout out some of the mothers that you feel like should be nominated, because Chit Chat Pod is going to be providing a Mother's Day flower bouquet to the best mom ever. So I need you guys to be participating today and next week, so that way we can have our nominations presented, and those people will be, determine who will be the best mom ever based off who we have selected. So make sure you guys are participating. I know that there's bukus of moms out there that are doing big things, and they make it look easy every single day. And so we want to be able to give you your flowers now. That saying, giving them your flowers now. So Chit Chat Pod want to be able to give you your flowers now and celebrate you for being who we consider the best mom ever, because we're going to give an opportunity to people to present that mom or that person for that category. And then we're going to take the opportunity to vote on who we think presented the best package for, we're going to interview those people and present who's the best package, and that person will get a flower bouquet from Chit Chat Pod for Mother's Day. So definitely be participating in that. We like to kind of celebrate. I told you guys in the beginning, Chit Chat Pod is going to be that kind of platform. We'll platform for women, supporting, encouraging, motivating women. So I want to make sure that we stay on that journey and that path for our purpose of this platform. So any opportunity we get to highlight things like a mom that's doing phenomenal in that position as a mother, or doing phenomenal as a businesswoman, entrepreneur, or whatever, we want to be able to highlight that. So that's what Chit Chat Pod is about. We chat all things women. And so when we say we chat all things women, that means everything that we encounter in our motherhood, in our hood. We want to be able to discuss those things and present those things. So you guys have an opportunity to partake in those as well, and in open discussion and the things that we provide here on Chit Chat Pod. So check in. Let me see who's on. Check in. If you're checking in, let me know where you're checking in from. Yes. Good evening, everybody. Chit Chat Pod is live. We're talking and discussing today trophy moms. And I like it. I like the topic trophy moms, because a lot of times it gives the opportunity for children and kids to kind of highlight what they mom do. We've heard the term trophy wife a whole lot, but and we know that term is kind of endearing to a man, appreciating who he got on his arm or whatever. But kids can have the opportunity to be proud to know who their mom is, and shout out their mom and say, hey, look, I got the best mom ever. And kind of represent that in ways that they feel like their mom is the best. So definitely want to hear from some people, and some people that you feel like is very deserving to be nominated for our Trophy Mom Awards, and get that that bouquet of flowers on Chit Chat Pod. Come on, y'all can put it out there. Hey, Wendy, thank you for tuning in from Motown, my hometown. Love it. Hope you're doing well, sis. And I hope from last week's discussion, you are starting to, embrace some of your soft girl era and make some self-care time for yourself. So I hope that is happening. Who else is checking in with us? Check in. Let me know where you're checking in from. And while you guys are checking in, I want to open up with a mother's quote. And the quote says, "Mothers are like glue. Even when you can't see them, they're still holding the family together." I love that, because it doesn't matter if it's a single mom, a married mom, or whatever. The key to holding those families together is that mom. Daddies do their thing. Most daddies are providing and being a source of provision for families, but that mom, we the doctor, the nurse, the cook, we all that, you know. So that mom plays that's an important role. That's a vital role for our family systems and our family unit. So when you say it's like the glue, even when you can't even see it, you can't even see some of the stuff that they're doing behind the scenes or how they make things happen or whatever. They are the glue that holds the family together. That's what mothers do, right? So yeah, and I know you guys know some mothers that are like that. So that's what I want you guys tuning in today, so we can chat about that. And you guys can highlight some of those moms, because we want to make sure that those mothers are recognized and then they're nominated for our Chit Chat Pod flower bouquet giveaway. So, Mother's Day is May 12th, one of the most celebrated holidays of the year. It doesn't get better than Mother's Day other than Christmas. So, yeah, Mother's Day, every flower in every shop and every store is pretty much bought on that day. And every restaurant is usually booked. It should be anyways, because y'all better not have the mamas in them kitchens cooking on Mother's Day. But yeah, so I need you tuning in. We're going to talk about these trophy moms and how they contribute to their families, and what you guys like to highlight about them, what you like most about them. It says, of all the good gifts that life has to give, a good mother is the greatest of all. So all the good gifts that life gives us, a mother is the greatest gift of them all. I definitely agree with that. And you only get one. Some people get bonus moms. You get an extra mom, a step mom, or whatever, but there's nothing like that mother. There's nothing like it. And once you lose that, there's nothing like it. You absolutely know then ain't nothing like it. So, I've had the opportunity of, even though my mom has departed this life, I've had women in my life who are like mother figures to me. I have a godmom in Alabama, so I'm going to shout her out, Miss Mary Ragland. Thank you. I have my ex-mother-in-law, Celeste Banks. She's always there, stepping in with the kids. And now that, we live in Virginia and we're not that far from her, she really steps in a whole lot. But, and then my kid's grandmother, Dot James in Alabama. Look, my mom has departed this life, but those women have been very important in making sure that I don't miss out on having an opportunity to have a mother figure or someone who impart things in me. They have done that. They have prayed. They have supported me. They have celebrated with me, encouraged me, all those things. So, even though I don't have my mama sitting on the sidelines cheering me on, I know that they are. So I'm very blessed and grateful to have that. So I just want to shout them out. So Dorothy James and Mary Ragland and Celeste Banks, thank you guys so much for being a intricate part of my life, especially in the absence of my mother. And these women have been in my life for, years. I met my godmother, Mary Ragland, when I was living in Alabama. I'm telling you, God just orchestrates stuff. So, every place I've been, he's always provided that kind of person, wisdom and that kind of person that he plants in my life. And I'm so thankful for that. Even when I went on my cruise last month for my birthday month, I met an older lady on the cruise, and we've been in contact since the cruise. We talk almost every day, checking in, different stuff like that. And she's 71. And I mean, my spirit draws to older women anyways, because of the wisdom, because I've always been like at the feet of my grandmother, always listening, talking and chatting with her, stuff like that. So my heart is there with elderly people. So when I meet older people, like all my friends will probably be, 20 years older than me because all of my, the women that come in my life are older women, and they're always, I've always been close to women who are older and who can impart something. And the Bible talks about that in Titus 2. I talk about the Titus 2 woman, how they should be imparting in the younger women, giving wisdom and guidance and teaching. And I definitely get that from all the older women who God has planted in my life. I definitely get that. They're going to tell me when I'm right. They're going to tell me when I'm wrong, and they're going to get me right. So, and I don't mind that at all, because I know that if my mother was here, she wouldn't even mind it either. She'd be like, yeah, get her all the way together. So, but let's chat. Let's talk. Mother's Day is coming up, so we're going to talk about Trophy Mom today, and I need you guys chatting in, nominating. So my first question is going to be, what does it mean to be a mom? What does it mean to you to be a mom? If you're a mother out there, what does it mean for you to be a mom? I know for me, it means that I can't be selfish anymore. I can't just think about Shan anymore. I got to be thinking about, my kids. I got to be thinking about their well-being. I got to be thinking about their life after my life. So, when I've departed this life, I got to make sure that they're good. So, that's what it means to be a mom to me, to make sure that I'm leaving a legacy for my children. And so, when I'm doing that, is things that I want to make sure that I'm taking care of now, so that they don't have to worry about later. So that's what it means to be a mom to me. So chime in. What does it mean to be a mom for some of you guys? I know some of you guys are definitely like, wearing that badge of motherhood very well. So I need to hear from you guys. What does it mean to be a mom? With Mother's Day coming up, I know that your families and your children are going to be celebrating you guys. So, what does it mean for you to be a mom? Everybody can't be called mother or mom or whatever. So, but when they do have that title, what does it mean to you to be a mom? I'm waiting on y'all to chime in. I don't want to do all the chatting today. I need y'all participating today. So, what does it mean? Look, y'all see that Chit Chat Pod light on? When that light is on, it's time to chat. So, but yeah, what does it mean to be a mom? Some of you guys are definitely killing the motherhood game. I'm telling you, I've watched some of you guys on Facebook, watch your kids and all this kind of, you guys are killing it. Y'all are making motherhood look easy. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Your kids are blessed to have you. So, you want to make sure that, that they render that respect, that admiration and all of that. So that way you guys are feeling appreciated, and, for all the work and the sacrifices and the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. So Chit Chat Pod is trying to award a giving mom the title of Trophy Mom, the best mom ever. How the kids say best mom ever, with a bouquet of flowers for Mother's Day. So we're chatting in today on what it what it's like to be that kind of mom. Um, you know, what does it mean to be a mom? So those type of things that we talk about and chat on today, I want you guys nominating a deserving mother who you feel like will be a deserving mother to, win that bouquet of flowers for Mother's Day, because her selfless acts and support and nourishment goes, beyond, day-to-day duties. So, and those are the kind of moms we want to recognize. We want to recognize those who, going in and day out for their kids. So, because I know that's one of the best things. I think if I had to say my whole entire life, experiencing different things, the military or whatever. I was Sergeant Thomas in the military, you know, um, um, you know, my sister or my aunt and all this kind of stuff. All those things does not matter. At the end of the day, my most proudest moment is being called mom. Well, now, bruh, because sometimes my son be like, bruh. But, one of my most proudest moments is being called mom. So, it wasn't Sergeant Thomas. It wasn't, Ms. Thomas or whatever other title that I've received or whatever. None of that mattered. The most important title that I've ever received was being called mom. So join in on us. So my first question is, what does it mean to be a mom? So what does it mean to you to be a mom? What are some of the things that you think it means to be a mom? And some of you guys who are not moms, you can chat in, you can chime in too, because some of you guys know you're preparing. You're preparing. Hey, Toya. Congrats on being a new grandma. Let me correct that. Grandma. So congrats on that. Good to see you. Hope mom and baby is doing fine. And tell her, happy Mother's Day, because she's going to be enjoying her first Mother's Day. So that's precious. So what does it mean to be a mom? We're trying to get you guys interactive today because we want people nominating these moms for the best mom, the trophy mom, the best mom ever, so that they can get that flower bouquet from Chit Chat Pod for Mother's Day. So we need y'all chiming in, chatting. What does it mean to be a mom? And who exemplifies that? Who exemplifies it? Okay, awesome. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Well, that'll be our prayer. Everything goes well and he'll be coming home. Awesome. So yes, what does it mean to be a mom? We want to nominate the best mom ever for this bouquet. Look, we got a bouquet. Y'all know I love flowers. I love flowers. I buy flowers when I go to the grocery store and grocery shop just to sit on my bar because I like to see fresh flowers or whatever. But I'm not a plant person because I'll kill the plant just as fast as it grows. But I like fresh flowers. So, and when I was in Georgia, I worked at a flower shop. So a lot of people probably didn't know that, but I worked at a flower shop yesterday's and tomorrow's. So make sure you guys hit yesterday's and tomorrow's up for your Mother's Day needs. They would definitely present you the best quality work in Warner Robins. But yeah, yesterday's and tomorrow's flower shop is where I work. And Mother's Day and Valentine's Day was one of our busiest times. So if you ever need anything, definitely hit them up in that area. They're one of the best to provide quality service and work out there. But we're talking about trophy mom, the best mom ever, because Chit Chat Pod is trying to give a flower bouquet for Mother's Day to the best mom ever. So I need you guys chiming in, interacting today. So what does it mean to be a mother to you? And sometimes, and look, and what does it mean to be a grandma? Because we got some grandmas on here. So what does it mean to be a grandma to you? Not only just a mother, but now a grandmother. I ain't there yet. I got a grand dog. So, and I already know what that means because once I have grandkids, Brownie's birthday is on Wednesday. So I took him shopping yesterday for his birthday at the pet store. And I was like, Brady, you can get all whatever you want. He went all up on the snack aisle and he went on the toy aisle. And $84 later, we don't spend money in there for his birthday and get his little birthday cake for Wednesday. But yeah, so I already know if when I become a grandma, it's gonna be even worse. Because if I'm doing that with a with a dog, y'all already know how I'm gonna be with a grandbaby. So, but I ain't rushing it. I ain't rushing it because I'm still taking trips and I got to enjoy these trips for now. Jada said, being a daughter of a single mom means witnessing firsthand the incredible strength, resilience, and love it takes to raise a family on her own. It means learning the value of independence, perseverance, and the importance of supporting one another through life challenges. Being a mother, in turn, means honoring those lessons by embodying the same qualities and passing them on to future generations. Absolutely. Beautifully said, Jada. Love that. Toya says, a mother always has to think twice, once for herself and once for her child. Being a mama can be tough, but always remember, in the eyes of your child, no one does it better than you. Absolutely. I'm telling you. Them kids, that's why I said our Trophy Mom award for the bouquet is, it's going to go to the best mom ever. That's what them kids say. I got the best mom ever. Every child is going to tell you that they have the best mom ever. So, and that's important. A mother for me means giving unconditional love, going above and beyond, and instilling family morals and values, making sure my children know their worthiness. Oh, love it. Yes. That's some, those are some gems to impart into your children because you want to make sure they know. You don't want them to make mistakes, which is going to happen, but you want them to know, their worthiness, like what they worth. So you don't want them to have to be dealing with unnecessary stuff. So I love that. Especially speak life over them. Speak life over them. Have them speak affirmations. Because affirmations is real, y'all. I have to do that sometimes because I be thinking like, oh Lord, I'm just so overwhelmed. I don't know if I want to do this. I want to do this and why I got myself into this and all this kind of stuff. I have to start speaking affirmations when doubt creeps in, and I need to remind myself, and look back and remind myself. And some of those things were taught from my mother, seeing her resiliency and then, her imparting those things in me. Because one thing my mother was, she wasn't nobody that was shy, and she was nobody that didn't have confidence. She was definitely confident. So if you see that confidence in me and my children, it's because it came from her. And that's one of the things that I can say, that Mildred was not one of those people that you thought were going to be shy and not say a word, honey. My mama was probably overly confident. But I love that, seeing that in her, because it brought some things out of me and pushed me. So most definitely. So my next question is going to be, what are some qualities? What are your greatest blessings being a mom? What is your greatest blessings being a mom? We just answered what does it mean to be a mom? Now, what are some of your greatest blessings being a mom? Your greatest blessings. I think mine is child number 1 and 2 by themselves, but because they're both individually different, and I see so much in both of them. I'm just blessed. I feel like I'm blessed to be their mom. They might be like, we blessed to have her as our mom, but I'm blessed. I feel like I'm blessed to be their mom. I'd be like, God, you really actually gave me these incredible kids, because, they do amazing things. And sometimes I be in awe, and people be like, because they got a good mom, I they don't have nothing to do with me. They just hard workers. They put the time in, they go getters. I've had to push them in certain points of their life, but now I feel like they got it. They getting it. They're realizing what they need to do and how to get it done or whatever. So, yeah, I feel like those are my blessings of being a mom. So, yeah. So what are some of your greatest blessings being a mom? And another one too for me is seeing them grow. Because you watch them over the years because you birthed them, right? And you be like, and you tell them certain things and you want to make sure that they're getting stuff. And sometimes you don't know if they got it. But as they continue to grow and become young adults or whatever, you start seeing them making decisions on certain things. And it takes you back and you be like, oh, they get it. Oh, they get it. You be thinking like they ain't listening and going in one ear and out the other. But when you can see their progress and see them, their growth and their maturity and the things that they doing and the decisions that they making or whatever, because it's tough. It's tough. No mother ever wants to see their child fail or fall or be hurt or be heartbroken or any of those things. But we can't be everything to them and be in all places with them. So, when we can't, I used to always say, Lord, I know I can't be in every place with my child. I can't worry about what they doing, who they doing it with, where they at, all this kind of stuff. But God, you know all and you see all. So because I know that, then I kept my prayer life strong. So I can say my prayers can reach places I can't. So if I know my prayers is reaching God, he everywhere. So if he everywhere, he gonna be where they behind's at. So I didn't have to worry about that. So I knew that God was going to be covering because I was praying for that. I was requesting and asking for that. So, but what are some of your greatest blessings of being a mom? They definitely increased my prayer life. That's for sure. Over the years. So, and that second one, whoo, chat. And then he made his mom get saved all over again. Because honey, he put his mama through some work. But yeah, what are some of the greatest blessings of being a mom? Chime in. What are some of the greatest blessings of being a mom? Because they definitely and being a mother doesn't come with instructions. Like I said earlier when we open up, when you become a mom, that instant nurturing spirit kicks in, and every woman has it. It just comes in at the right time. And so when you become that mom, when I got to think about another life, I got to think about somebody else, those things, it changed your perspective. It changed your whole entire life. Change your whole entire life. And I knew when I first found out I was about to be a mom, I was so shocked. And I just boohoo cried. And I was like, when I got ready to tell my dad, I thought my dad was going to be so, disappointed in me. He was like the last person I told because I was just scared he was going to be so disappointed because I just felt like he just thought the world of me. And, he just thought I was going to be like, conquer the world kind of thing. And here I am, I got pregnant at 24. And I was just like, oh my God, 23, 24. And so I was like, oh my God, my dad is going to be like so disappointed in me. But to hear his support, it just challenged me to be like, okay, I can do this thing. Because at first I was like, I don't know nothing about being nobody mama. I'm still like, want to go out to the club. I still want to do this. I still haven't been able to do this. Like, I still want to do all these things. And now, a baby finna come and I got to be taking care of baby. Ain't nobody going to be wanting to babysit. I was thinking about all these things. Like, all this stuff was going in my mind because I was young and I was wild and I was like, want to do all this stuff. And the moment my dad showed that support and he said, child, you're going to be the best mom ever. He was like, you got this. He was like, oh, He was like, I'm proud. I'm happy. When I heard him say all those things, I was just like, what? It just something just clicked in me, and it was just like I went in mommy mode then, and was like, I got to eat right, I got to do right. This child is dependent on me, all this kind of stuff. So yeah. So what are some of the greatest blessings of being a mom? What are some of the greatest blessings? We talked about what does it mean to be a mom. Now, what are some of the greatest blessings of being a mom? Because we think that we think that our children, we are helping our children, but indeed they're helping us. I know mine were. They was, I was growing through the process of being a mother, through different seasons, because you go through the adolescence years where they're hard-headed, they don't want to listen, they pick the wrong friends, they want to hang out with the wrong people, they want to wear the wrong stuff, and you trying to change their minds about certain things, and they like what they like, they want to do what they want to do, kind of thing, and they get so hard-headed, and it gets so aggravating. So over those times, you start develop as a parent and as a mother, so we be thinking that we're helping our children, but in turn, they coming back, they're helping us. They helping us through stuff. I think I shared the last, it might have been last week or the week before, how we put all this pressure on these kids because we want them to be able to do certain things and all this kind of stuff. And it took me going through my son's medical leave time from school to realize I don't want to put that unnecessary pressure on him, because he already, and I had to let him know, son, you have done some amazing things already in this short period of time. If you don't do another thing amazing, I'm not going to be no less prouder than you than I'm super proud. So, I had to let him know that, so that way he didn't have that added pressure to think that he got to go conquer the world and be Superman, and he's having a hard time and struggling through to try to do it, because he's still growing, he's still maturing, he's still learning who he was. And so, we have to be mindful of that as well as a mother. When we count in our blessings, we got to understand that, when we count in our blessings, we got to also look at the other side of letting those blessings endure some things that may not always be pleasant, but we need to be supportive when they're doing it. Yes, absolutely, Wendy. Yes. So let's see. We said, what are some of the greatest blessings of being a mom? And then what is one of the importance and significance of Mother's Day to you? What is one of the importance and significance of Mother's Day to you? Since we're talking about nominating moms for the best mom ever, to get the flower bouquet gift from Chic Chat Pod, what is the importance and significance of Mother's Day for you? Is it important for you to get acknowledged, or get or your family or loved ones to show gratitude or support or appreciation for you and your sacrifices? What's the importance and significance of Mother's Day to you? I think the importance for it to me is like we said, how mothers, they're like the glue that holds the family together. Everybody likes to feel appreciated, and sometimes we don't hear "thank you, mom" a lot when we're doing and going and running out of gas and running on fumes or whatever. But I feel like that certain time of the year, everybody pause and take that opportunity to show appreciation and gratitude in support of mothers, whether it's their mom, in support of another mom, or whatever the case may be. I feel like Mother's Day significance and importance is that important that people actually honor that day in showing the importance and the gratitude and the appreciation of mothers. You go to churches, and a lot of churches are recognizing mothers, and and like I said, flower shops, all the flower shops are like booked, and flowers are being sit out and giving out, that time of the year. So the importance and significance of it, hands down, is to show that gratitude and appreciation of these moms who go in and out, day in and out. They going hard for theirs. Jada said, Mother's Day holds immense significance to me because it's a dedicated time to honor and celebrate the unconditional love, sacrifices, and support my mom has given me throughout my life. It's a day to express gratitude for all the little and big things she does every day, and to remind her just how cherished and appreciated she is. It's a beautiful opportunity to reflect on the special bond we share and to make memories together that will last a lifetime. Oh, absolutely. That's beautifully said. Because you want your moms to have that time. You want to give them. If you don't tell mothers you appreciate them and love them all year long, Mother's Day should be that time. Mother's Day should be that opportunity for you to show that appreciation. I remember when the kids were in like elementary school. When the kids are in like elementary schools, they used to make all those little Mother's Day projects, and it used to be like the handprints, or they make the little flower things that got their little prints on it or got their little name on it. I used to try to keep all that stuff, even down to, I think, it's packed up somewhere, but one of our picture albums still got the kids like hospital bracelets when they was in the hospital and was born. I used to have the naval cord stuff too, but I think that ended up being thrown away. But those kind of things, you want to keep and you want to cherish. I'm real big on pictures, so I'll take pictures of everything. And my sisters hate it, but I'm glad I do it because I'm the reason why we got as many pictures we do of my mom, because I always used to take pictures all the time. And that's what I'm glad I was able to do, to capture those moments. So but yeah, when the kids were smaller, those little handprints they used to do in school and bring home for Mother's Day cards, them handmade Mother's Day cards. Didn't it just warm your heart? Oh my goodness, those are the best times, having those kids make those things, because it came from the heart. They were so proud of it. They wrote it themselves and stuff like that. Those moments you miss, because when they become adults, you be like, child, you barely go get a card. So, but those are the moments I think about and I cherish, and the significance of Mother Day meant a whole lot to me, even more than those times, because seeing those little handprints and those little handmade cards and things like that they would make for Mother's Day they were so precious to me. I loved it. Truth be told, mothers should be celebrated every day. Exactly. I mean, the sacrifice that they make. I mean, not a day go by that you shouldn't celebrate your mother. Because I'm pretty sure not a day go by that she ain't doing something for you, whether it's praying for you, reaching out, checking on you, all those things. Even as adults, when we become adults, it doesn't change. My kids might be young adults, but in my eyes, they still my babies. Even my oldest, she's still my baby. She about to be 24 next month, but she's still my baby. So, and people used to always say, quit saying, AJ, quit calling that boy your baby. He is my baby. They used to be like, that's a big old grown man. I don't care. He's 200 pounds, 30 years old. He's still going to be my baby. So, it doesn't matter. A mother will always see her child as her baby, regardless. They be 50 years old. That's my baby. So, we have to be, when we talk about the importance and the significance of Mother's Day, you know, hopefully our families and our loved ones and our children are recognizing us in those ways that provide that that support and appreciation and gratitude of all the things, the unconditional love and all the things that we show and provide every day. Like Wendy said, celebrate it every day. So, and I think if we are celebrated every day, you know, we wouldn't make Mother's Day as a big thing as it is, because we were like, I get celebrated every day. You know, my family celebrates me every day. So if your family is celebrating you every day, it won't even matter. You know, if you're, you know, when Mother's Day come up, you'd be like, okay, it's just another day because I'm celebrated every day. But you know, everybody doesn't have that. But I'm hoping that this year, you know, Chit Chat Pod gives people an opportunity to celebrate that in a way that, you know, we're offering the Mother's Day bouquet. So, you know, those of you who feel like, you know, your mom is the best mom ever, nominate that woman. We're going to be taking nominations for best mom ever all this week. I'll post it on our Chit Chat Pod group. I'll also post it on my personal page, and with the details of how to nominate. And I'll put the Chit Chat Pod email address. That's where you guys will send it to. And then we will pull the packages from the nominations this week. By the end of the week, by Friday, our nominations that we receive will reach out to those people and let them know that they've been nominated, that we would like to have them on the show to interview them. And once we interview them, you guys get to vote on who you think the best mom ever is. And that person, before Mother's Day, that following week, would get a flower bouquet delivered to them in celebration of Mother's Day from Chit Chat Pod. So be on the lookout. After tonight, you'll see the nomination information and the email that you need to send the nomination information to. Please provide us a contact information for the person that you're nominating, because when that person is nominated, we're reaching out to that person to be on the show for next Sunday. And then from next Sunday, everybody gets to vote on, from the interviews on next Sunday, everybody gets to vote on the best mom ever from that show, and that person will receive the flower bouquet for Mother's Day. So yeah, and when I put the information out there, you guys can provide that for your children, your husbands, your families. If they want to present the package for you, they're more than willing to do it. We're gonna have it sent to our email address, the chitchatpod at gmail.com address. So that'll be presented there. So anybody can nominate you, your children, your family, your sister, brother, whoever, who feels like you're the best mom ever and that you are so deserving of this Mother's Day flower bouquet that Chit Chat Pod is going to be presenting to that mom. So if you're that person, if your family feels strongly about you in that kind of way, have them nominate you and provide them the information from our page and from my personal page or from the group chat page. And we'll also put it on YouTube as well. So, because we have listeners outside of our group and outside of Facebook as well, who chimes in and check in. So I want to thank you guys as well for those listeners. And those of you who have not subscribed to us on YouTube, go and I know most people listen in from Facebook, but if you have YouTube as well, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube for Chit Chat Pod. So that way, if you're ever out of town or you missed a Chit Chat Pod episode, you can always go back to YouTube and you can catch it. So we try to provide some good episodes and platform, a good platform here for our women, Chit Chat Pod, where we chat all things women. So we try to do that. So we are definitely looking to do some great things for Chit Chat Pod. Chit Chat Pod has become an LLC now, so yay for that. are looking to expand some things and do some things. Also, if you haven't seen my shirt, the Chit Chat Pod shirt with the lips and the headphones. We have Chit Chat Pod shirt merchandise. So if you would like a Chit Chat Pod merchandise shirt, any merch of Chit Chat Pod, and you want to have that to help market Chit Chat Pod, you are more than welcome to do so. We let us know. We'll provide the link and the website for you to order that, and we'll be trying to get some more stuff added other than t-shirts. Right now, it's just t-shirts, but we'll be trying to add some more merch pretty soon, maybe like keychains or something. I'm not sure, but it's a good way to promote and to market Chit Chat Podcast because, I want to see it grow. And I think it's a great platform, not just, for us sitting here chatting every Sunday, but we're chatting on some topics that are relatable, are shareable. So we hope that, people who are chiming in and checking into Chit Chat Pod are being blessed by some of the things that we provide. So pretty excited about the direction, definitely in prayer about where God wants to take it. I want to put Chit Chat Pod in a position that when I retire in a few years, then I can do Chit Chat Pod full time. And that's the game plan, to be able to do it full time and and make it bigger and better. So I'm definitely looking at adding some people. I know that you probably have seen some different people on like TikTok and different reels that you probably see that go around Facebook and TikTok or whatever. There's some life coaches on those reels that I'm trying to get to come on Chit Chat Podcast. And then we're definitely going to bring back our all male panel because that was one of our popular episodes and most watched episodes. So we're going to definitely bring that back for another episode of that, and create some more stuff. So we try to keep it, monthly with different, whatever month is going on with themes or observances or whatever the case may be. We try to do that, but however God deposits the content and the topics or whatever, that's how we will be led, because I'm big on letting God do the filling and the leading and providing. So, but I do thank all of you who check in every week with Chit Chat Podcast, who participate and who's sharing, who's invited people. Our group has grown on Facebook. So every week we have like new members who's been added to the group. So I'm so thankful for that. We are definitely looking to continue to grow. So you're definitely open to share any of our episodes with people. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. So definitely go back and check some of our old episodes out if you missed them. We started Chit Chat Pod in October. So I'm pretty excited, October 8th. So I'm pretty excited, this year for October, when we hit our 1 year, I want to do something big with that. So I'm still thinking about that. So we'll see how God leads on that. But definitely probably want to do something big where, probably maybe, I don't know yet. We'll see. But I know we have majority of our listeners in that we got listeners all over, like Michigan, everywhere. So, but a lot of our listeners are in Georgia or the DMV area because that's where I am. But we're open to, being everywhere. And so we like the fact that YouTube provides that and Instagram provides that marketing and promoting Chit Chat Podcast. So definitely big ups to all of you guys who have subscribed already and who's already listening and participating and checking in. week after week. We appreciate you guys. But again, after today's episode, we will post the information about the best mom ever nominations. You have until Friday to nominate the mom who you feel is the best mom ever. And that person will get an opportunity to be interviewed on Chit Chat Pod next Sunday. And after next Sunday, you guys will vote from those interviews who the best mom ever was interviewed. And that person will receive a flower bouquet from Chit Chat Podcast for Mother's Day. So definitely put those nominations in. We will have the information posted on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page as well, and Instagram. So everything will go to our Chit Chat Pod official email, our Gmail account. So send all your nominations there before Friday. By Friday, we will be collecting all the information, contacting those who've been nominated so they can be on the show on Sunday and provide you guys the opportunity to meet these people. And then you guys decide on who you think the best mom ever is based off of those interviews. So we're pretty excited. We like to give back. We like to provide that opportunity for women to be celebrated and appreciated. And what better way as a mother to be celebrated and appreciated for Mother's Day and for the countless sacrifices, the unconditional love, support that you guys provide for your families day in and day out. So we want to make sure that you know that Chit Chat Pod appreciates you guys, and we appreciate you guys for being a part of our platform and also providing the support you provide for your families every day. So we are super excited about that. So the best mom ever, get those nominations in. After today's episode, we will have the information posted on all of our platforms. You have until Friday to do the nominations, provide contact information for that person who will be nominated, because we have to contact them to be on the show on that Sunday. So definitely provide contact information for them. We want them on the show to be interviewed, so that way they will have the opportunity to be presented to our podcast family, and then you guys get an opportunity to vote on who you think the best mom ever bouquet flowers should be presented to. So but again, guys, thank you so much every week for checking in. I feel so appreciated and loved, and I love all of y'all. So I love the support. I love the time that you guys check in week after week. So hey Cam. We got to catch up, Cam. But I appreciate all of you guys. If you haven't already provided an opportunity to do something for your mom on Mother's Day, you got now until May 12th to get it done. But I expect it to be done before May the 12th. So, get them ideas rolling and get them moving and planning and doing whatever you need, because these mothers need to be appreciated, supported, and loved. So, and I'm going to leave you guys with a Mother's Day quote. It says, "A mother's love is more beautiful than any fresh flower. A mother's love is more beautiful than any fresh flower." And I think that's so pretty to hear. A mother's love is more beautiful than any fresh flower. And I love fresh flowers. But when you talk about fresh flower, I mean, I'm an orchids girl. I love orchids. So when you talk about fresh flowers, if a mother's love is more beautiful than any fresh flower, you can put whatever flower, if daisies, roses, orchids, or whatever is your flower, a mother's love is more beautiful than any fresh flower. So I want to leave you guys with that quote. Get your nominations in this week. We will present that person after next week's interviews with the Best Mom Ever award, plus the bouquet from Chit Chat Podcast. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys next week, and we'll have the information posted by tomorrow. We'll have it posted tonight. I want to give you guys those full 4 days, because Friday we'll be pulling the information. So we'll have it posted by tonight. for the information for the nominations. Get them nominations in. We want to see those best mom ever. I want to give these flowers away. I'm talking about flowers. Every woman love to get flowers. So let's get those nominations in. See you guys next week. Have a good one.